This is the Iowa Weather Report for Sunday, January the 6th, 2013. Now our first look at the Zero-Z GFS model run. This is at noon today. We have a system departing the state into the Great Lakes. That brought a little bit of activity, a little bit of freezing drizzle, some flurries across the state. And that's departing into the Great Lakes, as I said. A little bit cooler today with winds coming out of the north and west, but that's only going to be a day long. Highs today in the 20s to near 30 across the state. And then Monday, here comes the southwesterly winds back again, and temperatures will warm up after starting in the upper single digits to lower to middle teens. We'll see highs on Monday in the lower to middle 30s, maybe 40 or so. And even Tuesday, we may see a few more places hit 40, especially in the areas in southern Iowa where there's a lack of snow cover now on the ground. Otherwise, 30s, maybe lower 30s in the north. And then here Wednesday, here's this system over Texas. Now, we will say the GFS has now come into agreement with the Euro on this system. We thought this was going to happen. So Wednesday is going to be fairly dry with increasing clouds. And then Thursday, here comes that system from the south and west. Negatively tilted trough, another hanging back over the west. And that one over the west we have to watch as well. And here's a low pressure we see over Kansas. And you see all the cold air is well to the north, so most of this will be in the form of rain, although we can't rule out the possibility with shallow cold air that some of it could be in the form of snow. And here Friday will be in between the systems. That one to the west we told you about will be moving in to southeastern Colorado. The lead system will be off into Canada. And then here on Saturday, this is not as serious as it used to be a few days ago, but serious enough. We have strong energy moving into the upper Midwest and into the Central Plains, and this would bring a bit of rain and a lot of snow well to our north. And you see here we are dry slotted, so that means a lot of the moisture will be to our north and south and east. And the next day, next Sunday, that system rotates well to the north and east of the state. Cold front bringing some showers and possibly a few thunderstorms along the Ohio and lower Mississippi River valleys. A few days later, on the 17th, we have a pretty broad trough over the country. Ridge over the eastern and northeastern Pacific, another over the western Atlantic. With this is going to bring cold air down. A 1044 millibar high near Bismarck. Some snow flurries behind another big system that'll bring a lot of cold air even further south than this last shot that you see here. And at the end of the forecast on the 21st, we have another trough over the middle part of the country, a bit sharper than the last one, with some energy moving just to the south of the state. And if this is right, we could see more cold air come down and more storminess just to our south and east that will have come through here. So the middle to nearing the end of the month is looking like a lot of cold air, so enjoy the warm weather while we have it. But last night's satellite image didn't show a lot of warm air. It showed a lot of cloudiness off to our west with the next system. The storm system that brought the freezing drizzle, flurries, and whatnot off in the Great Lakes and then down into the southeastern states. The watch warning map from last evening, fairly quiet again. We have some winter weather advisories in western North Carolina, up in Montana, up in the southern Sierra Nevada range in California, and some freezing fog advisories in the area that had a lot of snow earlier. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Thursday evening at 6 o'clock showing the precipitation amounts around here generally between about a quarter to a half an inch, lighter amounts as you head to the northwest.